All right, guys, so here we have an OGV conversion van. This one's Arctic white on custom black leather interior. This is the VCruise model, so cream of the crop here. Almost 270 grand for the sticker price. Powertrain consists of a twin turbocharged inline-4 diesel engine, made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission. And I'm just really excited about this one because I think this might be the one for me. I've been looking for a mobile office that kind of serves as a, an RV somewhat. But to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. We have the halogen fog lights as well. And sorry for the sun glare, but this is the best I could do. Beautiful morning though. But I love the paint on here. I love how they did that on the front. The bumper. This is just a really nice build. As we come over to the wheels here, these are gonna be 16-inch black wheels. And I really like this design here. This is an option that you can put on the vehicle itself. I'm gonna show you the actual spec sheet from OG here in a minute. But to the door panel, we get our one-touch up and down windows. We have our power mirror controls. Blind spot monitors are in the side mirrors. 3-stage heated seats for the front. Memory seat functions and power seat functions for the front. Power door lock controls. And then this is an option, this trim here. I absolutely love this. And I'll show you how to get that on whatever vehicle you're looking at in particular. But bottle holders here. We have our hood release, pedals, headlamp and fog light controls, manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. And then we also have the thigh support for the seat, as well as the 4-way power lumbar there. But there's a look at the seat itself. So this has the 5 captain chair option. And we're gonna get back to the good stuff here in a minute. But one of the coolest things about this is you can get your massage function going on here. So I'm trying to get it to make a loud sound so you can hear it. But massage seats on, again, all 5 of these seats. It's fantastic. Now the issue is making sure you don't accidentally put it back on. But anyways, not really an issue. I'm gonna do this in kind of a weird order because I wanna save the best for last. So steering wheel here, that's the horn. Left side of the steering wheel, cruise control. We do get adaptive. And then we can use this to go through the gauge cluster if we want to. This left side, these buttons up top, and then all the cruises down here, including the gap adjust for the adaptive cruise there. Let's set the speed, cancel, resume. Right side of the wheel, we have our home button, back button, all that's for the screen on the right. Volume, Bluetooth controls, voice recognition, then we can set up a favorites there. Paddle shifters behind the steering wheel if you want to use those to shift. And then we have our intermittent wipers, high beams, shifter on the right side. So tap up for reverse, tap down for neutral, pull all the way down for drive, press P for park. Master power is going on here for everything in the back, push button start. And then up front here, the screen, we have all of our active lane keeping assist and the lights. But if you want to change your language, you have several options here since this is a Mercedes-Benz, Italian and Portuguese, all of that. And then units of measurement you can change there as well. But AM, FM, XM radio, Bluetooth audio, CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility, navigation system. So it has all that you would expect in a top-of-the-line Mercedes-Benz in terms of the infotainment system. Bottle holders up here. Then we have single zone manual climate controls. Hazards are there. Cut the system off by just turning the fan speed all the way down, adjust temperature here. And this is for the power door in the back. Key fob there. And then down here, USB-C, 12 volt. And then we have the top storage here, visor. I'm just gonna give you a little taste of what you can do in the back here. This is the screen for the driver or the front passenger if they wanna control stuff in the back, the lights, the climate coming from the rear AC. You can keep an eye on the fluids, and then how your inverter's doing, whether it's getting the solar, whether it's, how much it's using through the inverters, things of that nature. Lights, sunglasses holder. And I apologize for the lighting. It's so tinted in here that it kind of goes in and out, so just bear with me. Let's go ahead and make our way to the side. And again, does take diesel. So a twin turbocharged 4-cylinder diesel engine is pretty much only heard of on these newer Sprinters, but I actually have come to love it. So there's front passenger there. And most importantly, I want to show you how this is built out. And a huge thanks to Mercedes-Benz of West Chester here in West Chester, Ohio, specifically the Van Center here in West Chester, Ohio, for allowing me to review this vehicle today. This OG luxury coach, it's freaking sick, man. That's the only way to describe it. But if you want to see any more info, just pause there. This sticker for 270 grand. I think this is only $155,000 right now. I'm pretty sure. So you might want to hurry up and get your hands on this before I do, because gosh, I love this thing. I'm going to go to the inside here in a minute, but I want to show you around the back. If you look closely, there is our roof AC, and then we do have the solar panels as well. You can kind of see those on top. And I don't think I shut this door all the way when I was fooling with this earlier. But there's a quick look at the back. And then I don't know what's underneath here, but if you're curious, there you have it. Now, we can open this up. We do get a toilet back here. And look at this. That's where you put your toilet paper. But there's a cool story behind this. If you've heard of Midwest Automotive Designs, they make most of these vans that look like this, specifically with this bathroom setup in the back. So the guy that started that apparently was bought out by a bigger company, and then he went on and started OG Luxury Coach. And you know, I really like these better than Midwest Automotive Designs, just how these are set up here, and I'll show you after a while. But there's plenty of electronics within here. Your inverter system right there. Love that we get a storage cubby. Keep your toilet paper. And then there's a little more here. But the toilet is a nice touch in the back, especially if you just want to pull over or not have to get out of the vehicle while you're getting fuel put in. Your kid has to use the bathroom. You could do that. Now, if you do need power for whatever reason, the lithium's not enough, you do have a plug in here. And then you do have your water and sewage if you need that. So I love these because they basically, you know, you can finance these for like 20 years, I think, like you would a traditional camper, and then take the tax deduction like you could on a mobile office. So it really does give you everything. As we come back around to the front, just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. And again, twin turbocharged, inline 4 diesel engine. But the setup in here is just crazy when you're looking at it. But now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, let's go ahead and hop in the back. Go ahead and check this out real quick, man. Gosh, this interior is phenomenal. Absolutely great. Look at this. I get goosebumps every time I get in this thing because it really is, man, it's just something else. I mean, it does feel like a private jet. You have the TV in the back here. You have the TV up front there. That's a smart TV. You can activate JL audio sound system throughout. You have storage everywhere. Keep your work stuff, whatever. But let me start up front here because I'm getting excited. So we have Apple TV up here. All of your remotes are here. You get the seat back pockets on both sides. We have the Fusion sound system that we can use back here, or at least that head unit. We can kind of adjust the radio back here. You can see the heat, the system settings, and all of that for what we have in the back. And then we have these tablets are everywhere, which I love. It's kind of hard to see with the glare, but there we go. Adjust the lights. Even the the power of the lights. You can adjust them from like dim to bright. It's crazy. Turn the bathroom lights on or off from up here. Gosh, it's freaking awesome. Everything you can see in that screen up front, but in the back here for the passengers. Bottle holders, 6-stage heated seats. You have a USB-C and a USB-A charge port there. You have two 3-prong household plugins down there. The HDMI port you can hook up to the TV here, so you can play your Xbox, PlayStation, or Switch. And then, best part for me at least, is being able to recline this here seat. Well, not recline, but put out the footrest. So I can almost fit, I'm 6'3" again, so I can almost fit my legs here. But I could probably adjust this to make it work, but my legs are freaking long as heck, so. But look at that. Man, this thing is freaking awesome. And then we have the interior lights, which I love. Just, this thing feels like $1 million bucks. It really does. Now, if you have a kid like I do, I always want to make sure we have top tethers for the seats, and we do. So you just hook that in right underneath here. And sorry, it's really dark back there. I didn't think of that when I did that, but there are top tethers on these 3 captain's chairs. And then the desk again. So this would be my spot. So I'd probably have my kid in this seat here, and then my dog in this seat, or vice versa, I don't know. But bottle holder, again, the heated seat on that side. The blinds you can open or shut just by pulling on those. And then, love this, there's another USB-C, USB-A port, 2 more household plugins down there. But if you're having, like, I don't know, if you're going around town or whatever and you want to have some of your buddies have a party going on here, you can. You have the seat belts there. Or what I would mostly use this for is my sleeping arrangement. So I'm 6'3", and this is long enough to fit me. Try and give you a taste of it. So I can lay flat here and plenty of space to sleep. And if I'm on the road or something like that, I can literally sleep back here comfortably. It's wide enough for me and definitely long enough. And being long enough is the biggest issue that I've come to face with some of these vehicles. So I love that. Sink, and then the storage underneath here. You have a refrigerator here. I don't know how to really open. And then keep all your food cold. Microwave here. Now in the Midwest Automotive designs, they kind of try and smush that in there, and then you have a kind of folding bench here. But for me, this is more practical because there are only going to be, maybe if I decide to take the cat, 5 of us. So the cat doesn't need a seat, it'll be in a crate, but I can literally sleep on here. I can have my kid up there, the dog up there, me and the missus up front, and then I can also kind of have my mobile seat right here. So this is a perfect setup for me personally. And then of course the screen back here, open this up, and that's how you have easy access to the bathroom if you all are just sitting here chilling or whatever. So it's a very, very cool vehicle. And I'm really just trying to convince myself not to buy this at this point because it's 155 grand. Again, it's better than 270, but I just love this thing so much. But anyways, let's see how this thing drives with it being a pretty long vehicle. Let's go ahead and take this 2025 OG luxury coach VCruise out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Sprinter conversion here, I love, love, love this van. Just let me get that off the top there. This thing is so luxurious. It's so cool. It really is a business class RV. And I'm all here for it. It's just fantastic. It has all the features I could want, even features I didn't know I wanted. And I just really want to buy this thing. Now this twin turbocharged 4-cylinder, I don't want to say it's less powerful than the V6 turbo diesel. You can get that one, but I just, this one's more efficient. I've seen a lot of comments on Reddit and things like that where people are getting close to 30 miles per gallon with this new twin turbo 4-cylinder. especially on the highway. So if you do a lot of highway traveling, I feel like that'll really pay off having something like this. But as you would expect from any Sprinter, this thing rides incredibly. It's a fantastic ride here. It's easy to drive. The car doesn't pull you. You just kind of direct it where to go. It's the super smooth powertrain. Now on this incline here, even though again this is a 4-cylinder, it pulls this heavy beast. Again, this is on a 3500 XD chassis. It pulls it very nicely. It's just not ultimately fast, but it does what it needs to do. And it's just so comfortable. It's so nice. And again, you're able to get that pretty good efficiency with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Now, as you can hear, it's pretty quiet in here. I'm doing about 50 and pretty smooth coming down the road, not hearing anything in the back, even though you have massage seats and TVs and remotes and desks and everything. It's still, I can't hear anything rattling back there, and that's a big plus on a vehicle like this. And another thing about this, the ease of driving is fantastic. Even though this is a longer wheelbase, it still is not overly difficult to control, gets up to speed nicely, not hard to steer. So again, I just love that about this vehicle in particular. I do want to give one more huge thanks to the Van Center here in West Chester, Ohio, Mercedes-Benz Van Center, TriStateVans.com, for allowing me to review this vehicle today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to get the best price on one of these or anything conversion van like, hit that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But I mean, what can I say? This thing is literally a private jet on wheels. You have the bed that folds out in the back. You have the 5 captain's chairs with heat, with massage. And if you're someone like me that does need a mobile office, I drive this most of the time, and then, you know, I might use a massager if I need a break or something like that while watching the TV. But for the most part, when I have passengers in here, it'll be my kid, it'll be my family, so I want them to be as comfortable as possible. And then when I need to work, I have this where I can kind of work on my videos or whatever I have going on. Now we're going to take it on the interstate and see what it can do. Not going to floor, we're going to give it a little something here. It's got a few miles on it, so it shouldn't be a problem, but also don't want to thrash this, especially if I'm considering buying it. So when this thing takes corners, it's not like you don't feel like you're fighting the road. And I like that about this. It's very smooth. It feels very, it's just plush. I mean, it's taking the corners, and in a conversion van that I'm used to, like a Ford or a Chevy, I feel like it might be a bit rougher, but this is just so smooth, just overall. And driving on the interstate here, it's so nice to have the blind spot monitors and all of that, because it does make it easier to drive this vehicle. It makes it so much easier to, especially on busy traffic like this, where you're in a longer vehicle, you're in something you don't want to necessarily have to floor in to drive around. It's nice that you have the blind spot mirror, you have the blind spot monitor, and you know, you have pretty good vision all around. But Mercedes-Benz of West Chester, the van center there, they have so many cool vehicles. They have off-road oriented Sprinter vans. They have these business class Sprinter vans, CEO type Sprinter vans, just work Sprinter vans, whatever you need. And I will say this is pretty easy to drive in traffic as well. It brakes pretty nicely, gets up to speed pretty nicely. Now the 9-speed, it can hesitate sometimes because you have those 2 extra gears as opposed to the outgoing 7-speed, but if you need to maneuver like that, then you can just use the paddle shifters. And I'm actually gonna see if I can try that out if I have enough time. Here we go. So it does a good job at merging. Again, you're not wanting to drag this thing anyway, but I love that you can drop a few gears and kind of keep that gear steady, because the vehicle's not always going to know what's best for you in that automatic mode. But if you can kind of see, okay, I want to hold third and borderline redline it, you can do that. But it's such, again, a smooth powertrain. The V6 turbo diesel, again, I feel like is a bit more powerful. It feels a bit better under heavy throttle, but if you do mostly highway driving like I do, that's not gonna really be a problem. Plus you get the twin turbo setup here as opposed to just the turbocharger on the V6. But it's relatively comfortable to drive. Again, that back is what I really want. That's why I'm kind of in the market for something like this. But you get a very, very, very nice vehicle here. It has everything. Massage seats, heated seats, navigation. It's a private jet on wheels, and I'll keep saying that. And again, for this one to be, you know, the solar system and all of that, just having that hooked up, having it wired, the inverters, all of that stuff, 27 grand. And the fact that you're getting a $270,000 van here at the Van Center in West Chester for $155, $160, can't beat it. And again, don't quote me on the price. I think that's what I saw. And again, it's just easy to drive this thing. Don't have big issues with the blind spots because you do have the monitors, you have the mirrors and whatnot. But I'm really, like, I'm serious. I'm really considering buying one of these, especially after having it out on the road here. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 OG luxury coach. And this one is a VCruise.